either. I would say a little bit messier than Blacklist. I feel like Blacklist is really on point discipline-wise. Team Secret games, they look messy, but ultimately they've been pulling out some good Ws.
I think both these teams have shown some promise. Like the rosters are gelling, right? That's what you want when these new type of rosters. You just want to build some synergy and get some stuff going. Nothing's going to be perfect day one. I feel like that. I don't know. I feel like people's expectations of Dota teams are too high sometimes. Like you have some new team with players from different regions, and it's like after 1 week of scrimming, you're like, why is this team so bad? You know, like why are you bad? Why don't you go play in there? Austin?
Well, because they have a full-time job and responsibilities.
Sure.
And they can't just,
I'm just saying, like, no team gels instantly, right? It takes some
Sure.
loss, it takes some wins, it takes figuring out what works for you, your hero pools, your synergies, your flex heroes, how people are going to play fights,
what team that you played on?
communications. What team did I play on?
What team did you play on that took the longest to gel? We're going to watch Gabby potentially die here.
Let me think about that one. Well, yeah,
Blacklist are going to be here with the reinforcements. They hit him with the two-man dual breath and the two-man stun, so that's enough. Was it like, a team NP, like somebody didn't gel with Jackie?
That team had a lot of problems. I don't know if I'd say gel was the biggest problem.
Was it one of those Quincy crews? I mean, you guys brought in some players that maybe didn't fit in with the structure that you had.
Nobody cares about which one of my terrible teams didn't gel. They care about these teams, and that is a first blood for Carlo, who's been having a pretty good day so far. He's hit some pretty high impact on these fives. Bust out the Jackaro here. Put it to good use already. This hero is a very strong laner now. That is the one aspect of Jakiro you cannot underrate. I also think people are sleeping on the level 1 Liquid Fire. I've yet to see anybody do it, but I'm telling you, it's good. This spell does 100 damage for free on a 16-second cooldown.
Okay, but you're just going to pick it up at level 2.
But then when you hit level 2, you have full mana. The problem with Jakiro is if you spam your dual breath level 1, you hit level 2, you have no mana.
Okay, I do agree with that, but I think one thing about Jakiro that you should do is just be spamming out mangoes and Clarence. I think this is a hero that you have to win your lane.
Look, he's dead. If he had taken Liquid Fire, he would have been playing way farther back. He would have just been spamming them down. Cap, I'm telling you, this spell is almost 400 damage per minute for 0 mana.
That is an impressive number.
Like, it might not be flashy. There's some lanes where the dual breath level 1 definitely is better because you get the attack speed and move speed slow. You can run people down and get more right clicks in, right?
Or in a situation where they were playing a team fight.
But in a lane like this where you have Spectre, are you really aggressively going on Tide Shadow Demon?
Oh my god, the Centaur stun.
Well, he could have Liquid Fired him and saved all the mana. What did the attack speed move speed slow do?
Listen, the mana is not a problem because Carlo might just be dying twice here. He's getting free refills all over the place.
This is not good. Like, this is genuinely not good for the lane.
He did not get a chance to pop the wand, and he's going to be walking out to lane.
All right, just early misplays from Carlo. No way around it. This is not some super high kill lane. If you keep the equilibrium back, you play for the pull, you force the damage on the side. I don't think you should be giving up early kills here, and this is going to be amazing for Boom.
Yeah, literally just don't be behind the creep wave on the enemy side.
And then run all the way to the left around the tower. And yeah, that was a mess. So Carlo's going to be paying the early price here. And I guess solo XP for Raven, not the worst outcome, honestly. Like, if you're going to have a carry who gets the free farm for the early waves because they killed your support twice, I'm going to take Spectre in that equation.
Yeah, and he did get some magic wand or stick charges anyway.
Yeah. So Raven's actually pretty happy.
He got his flag bearer denied with that disruption play. Clap actually hits Yamich, so a little bit of damage back.
We'll see how Boom can make the most of it. The downside here for Raven is this is going to accelerate the Meteor Hammer, which is what's going to bite him in the ass come down the line.
Yeah, that'll kick him out of lane, right?
On the flip side,
why did he level
Gabby? What?
Why didn't he level Dispersion?
Because he's going to desolate him, bro.
Yeah, but now he desolates himself whenever he gets.
You know why he took Desolate? Because his Jakiro has level 1 dual breath, and they're trying to kill people. He's got to run them down and Desolate. Well, Troll Veno. How's Troll Veno doing versus Slaughter? I mean, they're winning the lane, but he got the boots, he got the Lotus, he has some stick charges. Honestly, they're doing better than I thought they would. This Troll Veno lane's very strong. I will say Slaughter has been counterpicked in this game, right? You're looking at these heroes from Secret. They gave him a Shadow Demon, one of the worst supports in the plane. Demonic Purge decimates this hero. You have no real counterplay. Veno is hella annoying. You can't play the blink game. Troll, just the worst carry matchup in the lane and in the game. Tidehunter, not much better. You can't really initiate on him with Amp and stick on him as a Kraken. You're okay versus Primal. That's about it. So, like, Gabby's game is going to be tough, and this is kind of how I expect this lane to go. You just get run down.
Gabby does have wand charges and the Lotus, but he's not in
this
great
lane
shape.
Does not get easier. The level 3 for Puppey is very strong up here with 2 points into either the Sting or the Gale. Yeah, just permanently Gale him up here. There's no Dispel. Anytime there's no Dispel in the lane, Veno will win the lane over time. And all 3 lanes going Secret's way. Even that mid one's doing, he's pretty much free farming it. Now, this is a great matchup for Zeus. Like, Zeus kind of ruins what Primal wants to do. You can't ever go on him because of the leap. You have an interrupt in the lightning bolt, you outrange him, you kind of outdamage him. Zeus is very happy in this matchup. That's another reason they went for it.
And he can sit in the lane while Primal Beast does his early rotations and still have an impact.
Exactly.
Or maybe even counter-rotate.
Like, Zeus is super happy if he just gets to sit mid in an empty lane and then pop his ult on some fight elsewhere.
Yeah.
So this is a very happy matchup for Abed. He's going to have a very good game here. We'll see if he goes to Phylactery. He's eyeing it.
I'm a big fan. Gabby does manage to cut down Puppey. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to be winning the lane and they're still going to be trading off, and Gabby's not in great shape right now. Gets one more bash for the road. Crystallis still owns the lane. Oh, Carlo actually made a rotation through the gate. Unfortunately, the mischance really hurts Gabby. This is going to be a matchup problem the entire time TPs are coming in. Puppey will kick the heroes back out.
2 points Poison Sting. A lot of damage up here. And they'll bring the reinforcements to keep Crystallis on the lane. This is not a lane you want to have your troll leave. Like, you need to keep him in here, keep the aggression on the starter. Use this matchup for as long as possible, because every time it exists, you're opening up a network gap.
Nice sneaky bramble from
what a
Tibbs.
gank.
Might be able to get the kill. Not quite.
That's close.
But he can maybe still just play for the 6-minute power rune.
Got Gabby top, so he will go down here for sure. Nothing to deny him up. As Crystallis takes another one for the board.
This is going to be a starter game where he's a Blink Dagger initiation and not much else.
Yep, he has been counterpicked. His game is awful and his lane's awful, and best of luck to you. You're going to be a creep for a while.
Power Rune does end up being bottom. Mid one's going to try and get in front of Abed here, pick up that double damage for himself, but Gabby's going to make a rotation. I mean, his lane sucks so badly that he's trying to find kills level 4.
Didn't work out for him. That's a big DD for mid one. That's a really strong rune on this hero. See if he can gank a side lane with it or something. Again, I don't think he can really ever kill Abed unless they get a like double support rotation in or something. But generally, Puppey just plays this Veno pretty greedy. You know, over all the years I've seen him play this hero, like, he wants to win the lane and he just kind of jungles. We even saw that patch where he went jungle level 1 with wards.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great time to be alive.
Going to try and go on Crystallis here. Missing out on the crush, so the follow-up initiation of the 2 supports.
It's just nodding. It's not a kill. He has Lotus, he has ult. Slaughter just never can play aggressive on this hero. I think Blacklisters, they're kind of looking in the wrong area, but they don't have a choice because what do you do in bottom versus the Hammer Tide? Yeah. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
You can gank mid, but Jakiro, Dark Will, you kind of just have to run in and hope you land the Bramble. Even then, it's tanky. This is the only lane they can really go to, but it's not doesn't feel that great either, just staring at Crystallis up here, and it'll bring Puppey back and he'll gale you up.
Hey, Puppey probably doesn't give a damn if he dies.
Crystallis is going
do so much damage back into them. Crystallis hitting all 3 of them, but now the Spectre is level 6, and Crystallis has made an error here, perhaps. Nice deny. Does have his ultimate. He's going to turn back around, see if he can kill something with it. Damage a bit lacking, and as soon as that ult wears out, he will die.
What a weird... I mean, where... Mid one just doesn't have a TP. That's a fight where the Primal comes in with the DD he had earlier. He cleans house. Instead,
and he missed.
A weird sequence of events. I genuinely think that play from Crystallis is not bad at all if the Primal can get there. But just maybe miscommunication. I'm not sure where mid one's TP went. Either way, it costs them a lot. And they lose the next power rune to Abed here, which is a regen. So a little misstep from Secret. That could have been a really nice turnaround for them. Put mid one in a good position with that DD and just, like, destroyed this early game. Still
a little damage on Boom here.
Yeah, they still have the very farm Tidehunter in this game.
Mid one tried, doesn't quite get there. Now he's in a bit of trouble. He can maybe go for Carlo, but underneath this tower, he's going to take so much damage. Regen gets popped by Abed, missing out on that lightning bolt, but they do have the dagger.
Damn.
Man, Raven, who just joined in that fight top, the ultimate comes off cooldown, and all of a sudden he's in this fight mid. Collects 2 kills so far, looks for a third, but no follow-up there from the supports.
Another kind of like weird fight for Secret. You know, if Boom goes there with the Ravage, he's the most farmed hero on the map. He's very strong. If you take that with your cores together, you can probably make something happen there, but it's just not synced up right now. And it's costing Secret some momentum in this game. Still in a pretty solid position. They're still very far on a lot of heroes. They're getting stacks up from Yamich, so this Tide, if he chooses to get the priority, but mid one says no, will boost them up.
This is nice. They're going to steal some of it, at least some of the experience.
This will push Abed towards that phylactery. That's when that hero becomes scary if that tier 1 mid is still in a healthy position, because you can always take the fight around mid with phylactery Zeus, and that is a terrifying hero to fight into. Very tanky, super high poke damage from super long range, and they are giving the Ancient stack to mid one here, who's almost dying on it. My god, he almost pulled a Quinn.
Last thing you want to be doing.
They're just trying to push him towards what I assume will be Blade Mail on the primal of this game. I guess you could make an argument to just go naked BKB rush, but generally I think Blade Mail would be pretty solid.
Either way, I like the fact that they are giving farm to this Primal Beast. One, it's their biggest playmaker, so they want him to be feeling powerful in the game, but also I think the scaling of the Primal Beast later on to this game is super important. If you can get an Aghanim Scepter, that wrecks Spectre.
It's going to be very nice for giving them extra damage in the fight, too. You don't want this game to come down to, like, it's all Troll to deal the damage.
Yeah.
It is a pretty good Troll game, honestly. I mean, he man fights the Spectre. He does amazingly well versus Slardar. This hero can care about Zeus, but he can also just jump him at various points. The supports are the most annoying part for Crystallis' game, but you also can get this SD shard. Like, Demonic Cleanse on Crystallis' game is pretty nasty, right? You're getting rid of the dots from Jakiro, you're getting rid of spells from Willow, you're getting rid of the Slardar amp. This is a great cleanse game for Yamich if he can just get there, either off the Tormentor or just buying it from the extra gold he got from the stacks.
Yeah. I like the fact that Raven is not going the Radiance build that we saw him go earlier on his Spectre game. This is definitely a Manta Orchid build. I mean, when you have Zeus to be able to give you the free vision of these supports, and those supports have no counterplay.
Oh, jump up top, trying to force the troll kill. It's a scary kill to go for. Like, the turnaround potential from Secret's very high.
Yeah, especially under the tower. Great lightning bolt from Abed. It's not going to save Carlo's life, but it does slow down the kill a tad.
But it'll create some space for Raven bottom. So, again, you know, Blacklist, like, they're well aware these moves, the rotations are going to come out. It's not the worst trade. You traded Jakiro for a bunch of teleports. A Veno and a Primal teleport and a Shadow Demon teleport. So that'll free up some time for Raven and this Phylactery to come out for Abed, which is completed. His fighting power is online.
The Zeus is very scary to fight into now. Even these tanky heroes like Tide and Primal Beast got to be careful with the Phylactery damage that comes in. They all in on this shield room. Bring in the off lane, the entire off lane over to the table. Ravage is going to go off, and the hammer's going to land on 2. Very nice. Midone can follow that up, being able to grab the Zeus. Pound him down, not quite enough damage though, and Abed turning it around. Crystal's going to join in on this fight though. The carry coming in to complete this fight to the favor of Team Secret in the end.
And of course, the Veno man. That Noxious Plague hitting everybody. Let's see the damage numbers. Whew. Okay, not that impressive, but he was the second highest in damage there.
He was.
You know, that's pretty good for a 5. So we'll give credit where credit's due.
I mean, even better from Boom and Ravage Meteor Hammer.
Yeah, that was a very nice Ravage. That is a blinkless, you know, you just phase boot your way in, hit 2, land the hammer on the Zeus post, jump. That just sets the fight up for mid one, because again, he's having issues going on Abed in these skirmishes, but when you can lock him down for that long, super easy pulverize it hits on 3. And that shield rune for Gabby is the only thing that kept him alive this long, which maybe was unfortunate because he just spread the plague to 2 others on the way out.
Yeah, and he couldn't do anything because he was demonic purged, so his sprint combined with the slows
This is like the most miserable Slardar game of all time.
Yeah, seriously.
I would not want to be playing Slardar in this game. I don't know what your game plan is. Like, he's going to go blink, but I don't know if it does anything. I almost feel like you just go
Hannah Midas?
Midas, Mom, like one of those two farm Ancients and get nags and just puddle and sit in it. That's like your best play.
Well, Abed hit his big window with the phylactery, and it was a terrible fight.
He did do a lot of damage.
Feeling pretty bad.
And they're just going to rush the blink on the Primal. That was mid one's choice here. Again, very aggressive itemization, but if it pays off big time if he ever just gets to jump on the Zeus.
Or jump on the Spectre here. TP rotations coming in from the support.
I mean, this is not a play. This guy's got 1,500 HP with 3 points dispersion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that combination. Spectre plus Dark Willow. Not quite enough damage to finish off Boom. Mid one does get a nice hit in, but this is still very hard.
Yeah, still not a play.
Yeah,
just like
it really hasn't changed.
Very overeager.
Oh, nice blink. Disruption blink,
but
they got the vision on him, and the Ice Path doesn't quite land. He's going to start getting a bit of distance. The Brambles don't quite catch. Gabby is so close to hitting him up.
Wore out.
Blink dagger up in 1 second. He's going to blink away.
Oh. Wait, it didn't wear out. He was just slow. How did they all get out of it? That's ridiculous.
That's the fast blink dagger pickup from mid one.
Yeah, I mean, itemization paying off, and it's going to yield them what Puppy thought was going to be a Wisdom Rune, but there's nothing there.
Now look at this big rotation coming in top lane. Puppy is scouting out for Crystallis here. He's like, don't worry, you're all clear, but the truth is they're all behind
Save me.
He's just going to turn and fight. Fear's going to hit him. He does manage to get off his ultimate, though he's feared at the same time, so it's not that great. The Blake does slow down everybody, but ultimately, Crystallis has no chance of getting a kill.
Yeah, but it looked cool.
It did look cool. Carlo is going to be caught by the double slows, so the hammer's going to land. If the hammer lands, boom. Does not get the kill. Tims will deny Carlo.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's Veno.
I feel like if they took away that mechanic for Veno, he would be so much stronger.
I mean, there's a lot of things they could do, right? They can make his ult break.
Okay,
that's my suggestion. And then he'd have kind of a cool niche role. And
yeah. There's not too many breaks in the game, especially without like an Aghanim Scepter or Talon upgrade.
They could also give him a better shard.
I will say the shard is a unique idea.
It's a polite way of saying
just hasn't worked.
Never seen gameplay.
I mean, it's exceptionally like high execution. It doesn't have the best cast range to make that happen easily. Good Ravage trying to cover Yamage here. Yamage still going to be in some trouble, but so is the Spectre. The Centaur stun will help out. Raven is going to retreat through the Macro Pyre, and Secret are loads to be able to walk through that one. Abed, given a little bit of extra vision, will help finish off Puppy and keep the other two cores back from Team Secret. Gabby sees an opportunity to chase, but his team is too far behind to really make that a good play.
The hell was that, man? It's Agent Centaur. You think for all the years Puppy's played Chen, the jungle would be kinder to Secret.
Yeah, it works for Celery, but no,
you don't have any damage.
You have no damage because you have level 1 bash.
And he had no Shadow Step and no Thunder's God Wrath, so. Damn, Centaur did work here, but of course, this is just Raven baiting out a lot, right? Setting up a pretty big clump. Gabby walks in, walks out, and it's just all Abed. If you're not killing the Zeus and he gets to play this range game, he's going to deal the serious damage. You don't have good answers to him until the pipe is out on the tide or you jump him with your bruisers.
Trying to jump onto mid one a second time here.
Yeah, but you can't because you got Noxious Galed because you gave Puppy his hero.
I don't think anybody's saying you gave them Venomancer right now, but...
Absolutely debilitated there. Gabby he hasn't seen this hero in so long. He didn't know what it did. And he just gets taken for a ride here.
I mean, there are at least 5 viewers right now who probably thought that Venomancer still had his AoE ultimate. Not the case anymore. He's got a single target ultimate called Noxious Gale.
Well, incorrect, Cap. He still does have it. It's just on the Aghanim Scepter.
Okay.
So you are included in that viewership that's completely ignorant of what this hero can do.
I hate you.
I mean, you claimed he did not have Poison Nova, and if I hover over his Ags, it quite clearly says Poison Nova, so one of us is wrong. It's not me. But that'll be an Aegis for Crystallis here, as he pushes ahead in the level department. Level 13 for him, he's leading the pack here, but I feel like all of Secret's cores are in a good place, and Again, Boom is just having a tremendous game on this Tide. He feels unkillable. The pipe is now finished, so he can go straight into that blink. And I feel like when you have the blink on Boom, your team fight's pretty much there. You have the initiation power to find the Zeus. You have the pipe to protect your supports from the Spectre jump. If he gets... The only thing I'd want in this game is also a Greaves, but I don't really know who can build it.
Yeah.
But I think Greaves would be nice. I mean, it's always good versus Slardar. Dispel's good, and they'll find Yamich again.
Yeah, so add on top of the Zeus giving the vision, the Bedlam being put on top of the Spectre adds the extra damage needed to get a fast kill. Though not fast enough to get out without some losses. It's going to be Carlo, the Jakiro dying.
That was a haste for Abed, so he was never in danger there. Also rocking that Philly. That's one of the best factors about Zeus. You can use the Philosopher's Stone as a core. Isn't that nice?
That is pretty nice. He's going Kaya Sange as his build-up, which I don't know if I like, especially since one of the disable threats is the Primal Beast, which status resistance doesn't do anything against.
Look, man, I'm telling you.
I feel like Kaya into E-Blade would be better for this game. Am I crazy?
You are.
Okay.
There is only one build on Zeus. It is the Manta Lightning Hands. I don't know how many times
now you're
I have
crazy.
to no, it's Ghost Lane Shove. It's the fastest farming build in the game. If you get it, you get everything else. The stats aren't even bad on the hero.
Fine, then build it as
Dispel
carry.
is not bad this game. You can bait with illusions. You can scout with them. It's pretty damn annoying. Like, it's just good. I don't know why people hate it. What does Sange do on this hero? Over Ulti Orb into a Manta.
Over E-Blade, which would allow you to ethereal the
E-Blade is also acceptable.
Come on.
After Manta into Disassemble. I don't know, man.
I think Lightning Hands is good, but
look at this TV's
They
bottom.
already have this
Do they
Spectre.
know what they're TPing into?
apparently they do. They cancel those CPs. A little dicey.
A little suspicious also, to be honest.
What are you trying to say there, Avery?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It will be the Ags for Gabby, by the way, which I think is like his best item. I don't know. You're just going to have to tank the spells in the fight as Slardar and try and survive as long as possible. So I don't think anything else makes sense, especially with the lane he had to deal with. But he is slowly catching up a bit. And to me, the biggest impact in this game is going to be, I mean, one, Boom, finding the blink initiations with Ravage and setting that fight up, right, for the other two cores to come in. But also the supports for Team Secret. They have a decent amount of farm and utility they can offer. Puppy's going to get jumped here. He has Glimmer, but Raven has Dust.
Nice read by Raven.
Good
Good Bramble to be able to stop that Tide Hunter.
Puppy had a huge Lotus that saved him.
And the Spectre. So one of the things about the Spectre in the new Shadow Step spell is that you can jump back to where you were only if you don't kill the hero first. If you kill the hero, then your illusion dies. You can't actually jump back, and then you're stuck. So that's part of the buildup with this whole Manta Orchid is that you lit the Manta illusions, and the Orchid finished the hero. In this situation, obviously, the Lotus is what makes the difference.
A coward's build, some might say.
You said you liked it.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to call it what it is.
Puppy's going to go for a Lotus next item. That'll give him some extra armor and actually give him a Dispel against Dust. Oh, actually, no, not anymore. I guess you got the AoE part of the Dust, too.
But it'll give him a Dispel for the Slardar, the Brambles, the Dual Breath. Like, Jakiro does not like Dispel.
Do you think Abed, is Abed going to go Aghanim Scepter?
He's going Aether Lens, so just more skirmish power. Demonic Purge on Carlo. Looking for the pick-off, but I don't think Mid One wants to commit his BKB here. But he doesn't need to.
Dive into the base and a quick blink away. Another advantage to that blink dagger.
I love what's happening right now. Team Secret sieging the base. Puppy is in their triangle.
He really is.
But guys, I'm the captain. We go high ground when I say we go high ground.
Well, he's slithering his way to his team.
This is the Veno gameplay right here that everybody loves. Just slime your way across the map.
Oh god, he's got Anchor to deal with too on the Slardar.
Yeah, that's also rough. It's just all about getting trolled those items. get him there, you get the next Roshan. You have a pretty good chance to close this game out. And just keep farming on the supports. Like every utility item Yamich and Puppey get, you're very happy in this game, right? Because there's not a lot of damage outside of Abed that's going to like sustain you through the fight when the utility comes out.
Yeah. If you can keep your support alive against the Spectre initiation, I think you're in a dream spot.
Yes, I mean, what are you worried about after that? Slardar Blink Crush for 150 damage?
Yeah, it's not particularly impressive.
Almost got Wrath, goes out just to scout. Half the heroes were smoked.
Which is also why I think I thought the Aghanim Scepter would have been good for this game for the Zeus, just because it would add an extra bit for the Spectre trying to jump on these supports.
I think he
Extra
wants it
stun,
eventually,
extra
but
vision.
I think he's just worried about the team fights. He feels he needs to basically get his whole mana pool out in a team fight reliably without getting jumped, and the extra range and tank ability is what does that more. I don't know, it's tough. It's not an easy position for Abed to be in, because if he gets jumped, the fight's over. If he can't play aggressive enough where he's dealing the damage, they might not win the fight. He has to fight through a pipe, through Glimmer Capes, all this stuff, right?
Caught Raven. Got him on the anchor, and now he's perched up as well, just to make sure he's going nowhere.
Yeah, the map's getting closed out here as the lead continues to build, and they're ratting a bit with the Slardar. That's about all they're getting. But
Both
we'll
these
finish up. Tags for the Gabby Slardar.
Yeah, there.
What can you do with it?
What are the stats on the Aghanim Scepter? Like, how much
You get
status
armor?
resistance and stuff does it give you?
30 regen, 15 armor, 40% status resist. And of
That's
course,
a lot.
the intimidating effect of creating a puddle.
Yes.
And they're going for the flank, so they're going to run Gabby around the backside here and look for the supports on the Crush initiation with the two global heroes that can maybe connect. Pretty good idea, but they're on a goddamn ward as Yamich is just too good.
They drop a ward down on the low ground, but it's not good enough. Mid one has already caught the initiation of Gabby, and Gabby's going to have to try and get out of here. Carlo's definitely dead, right?
Yeah, he's a goner. Very nice idea, but Secret were just ready for all the angles, and they're going to go back to the siege as the Venno wards getting the job done here. Look at him go. Boom. Impact.
I feel like the Tidehunter with his 6.6k building damage may have done a little bit of work there too, but
750 building damage from a 5. Impressive stuff.
well, this game could be over very, very quickly. 16,000 net worth lead for Team Secret. A final fight perhaps for Blacklist to try and keep this game going. But it didn't start out well. We've already lost the Slardar and barely able to survive. Tim's able to keep it up. They can't really punish mid one too much. He still has BKB.
And they still have Ravage. Still have BKB on the Troll.
Yeah.
Not a lot committed here for Secret. As their siege continues, I mean, what is the counterplay?
Well,
This lineup just doesn't have enough damage in it.
Their counterplay is apparently let them take 2 lanes of barracks because we have a tier 2 still alive at top.
Yeah, that's a tough position. I don't think it's really getting any easier.
No. Because you just don't really see when the Spectre is ever going to be doing much more than maybe killing one support in a team fight.
Yep, it's just one of those games where it's like, how do you kill these cores? Maybe you get mid one, but his Tide feels invincible as Aditi has 0 deaths, and I mean, Crystallis, you just don't have a way to go on the Troll and like burst him before he gets ult or BKB off. There's always Shadow Demon who can bail him out. There's Puppey with an immense amount of utility that can bail him out. The Demonic Cleanse is also online, so this Troll, if you go on the Troll, you disrupt him, you cleanse him. He doesn't even have to ult or BKB early. Just play the fight patiently. It's tough, and that Ags gets finished for mid one, so now you have the break on top of everything else. Raven's life just got that much harder. I mean, if you're Blacklist, you got to go for some aggressive play. I don't think you can play these fights just letting Secret go into you anymore. You have to jump them. You have to find them, jump them, create a numbers advantage.
You have to catch them in the pit is what you got to do.
Yeah, that would help get some like
Somehow,
3-man crush.
Yeah, get the Slardar to steal the Aegis.
Puppey's going to try and break here.
And he's going to be maybe doing so successfully. He's looping around the side here, that ward. I'm not sure if it actually sees the Slardar here. If you got the timing,
have to go pit.
I mean, it would just have to be A
Gabby?
miracle from Gabby. And he doesn't jump in time. Now
Despite
Team Secret
weird.
can turn their attention to catching whatever heroes they can find on side of Blacklist. It's going to be the 2 supports. And Gabby.
And Raven's just trying to gate out of her.
Doesn't
He's
quite
successful.
get grabbed by the troll. But where's he running to? So they're going to be running straight through the top lane and taking Megas. Which will probably be the end of the game. I see it like there's a certain thing about the draft. In all 3 of these games they played today, they have had the weaker team fight and better pickoff. Would you say that's correct?
If I had to pick between like push and auras, you know, team fight, laning, or pickoff, I feel like pickoff would be my lowest in this meta because the map's too big, the kills don't mean that much, and the game eventually comes down to like the big Aegises letting you go high ground. So you have to be able to win those 5-on-5. And I agree, like a lot of these Blacklist lineups have had really good kill threat and pickoff, and they find those, but what does it translate into, right? And maybe this game it was supposed to translate into Slardar giving them Roshan, but if Slardar's game is impossible, how do you ever get there? And again, there's Cleanse, there's Lotus Orb. You know, nice jump.
He's back into it again. This time Gabby's going to jump with the Bedlam on him. Stalis, half health, and can keep on hitting the buildings. Gabby may have that puddle, but if they just ignore him and hit the buildings instead, that 15 armor won't do crap. So that's going to be Megas, and Blacklist are going to have to decide now if they want to play for a 70-minute comeback.
I don't know if they're going to get given that option.
Yeah, maybe. Good one's pushing real close to that fountain.
No, Abed's done.
Okay, Abed's gone.
This just feels like an outdraft. Like, you first pick Slardar, the Slardar got mega countered, and then you have Spectre Zeus. But the Spectre Zeus have no